Hi, my name is Jessica Drum, and I'm the Public Affairs Director for the City of Flagstaff. And today I am excited to be joined by three special guests who are here to help discuss and provide resources on food availability in our community. And I'm hoping that they can introduce themselves.
Yeah, thanks, Jessica. My name is Dylan Lenzen. I work as a sustainability specialist for the sustainability section within the City of Flagstaff. And I oversee our sustainable food system efforts, which includes managing our community gardens and our food waste prevention programming.
Hi, my name is Tanya Williams. I am the Director of Dining Services for the Flagstaff Unified School District, and so I manage all of our food service as well as the employees. So if your child has had school lunch, then yay me!
Hi, I'm Monica Foose, the Executive Director of the Flagstaff Family Food Center, and we're looking for ways to help distribute food throughout the community to help families who are in need right now.
Thanks, all of you, for joining and taking time out of your very busy schedules to discuss this pretty pertinent issue right now in our community. I was hoping that we could start out by talking about options that members of our community have if they are struggling to pay for groceries and to feed their families.
Yeah, right now we know there's a lot of people that are being forced to access a whole lot of resources that they never have had to imagine accessing before. And thankfully, through Monica and Tanya, we have a really great safety net system available to residents if they need it. So I'm just going to pass it off to Monica, who has a lot of really great programs available.
Mm-hmm. So thank you, Dylan. First, I'd like to say all our programs are still a no contact distribution process, so as to continue the safe practices until we know more about the spread of the virus in our community and businesses and activities are opening up. The programs that we've started most recently with the help of Tanya Williams and the FUSD are the food distributions to the elementary schools. And we have 3 of those right now. We're able to serve any family that's coming through the line for the lunch program, and it's been averaging about 100 to 125 each one. And it's been helpful really to those families that are finding themselves for the first time having to look for food and not having had to do that before. That poses a lot of barriers and struggles. Currently, we're doing Cromer Elementary School. That one started today and will continue weekly on Tuesdays, 11 to 1. We have Loop Elementary. That's starting actually tomorrow, and that's 10 to 12. And Killip Elementaries is Fridays, and that had been going on for a year, and we're continuing that. And that is going on Fridays, 10:30 to 12:30. We look to continue those for as long as the community needs those. We also have 2 other weekly distributions. One is in Sunnyside at our kitchen location on 1903, on Mondays, 9 to 11. And that one also, all these are on our website, so you can look those up. But also families, if their children are not attending those schools, they can come to our warehouse location at 3805, Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 1 to get that same nutritional food. That includes dairy, a produce box, meat, and a lot of non-perishable products as well. We also are continuing our home delivery. That's Monday through Friday, 9 to 1. People may choose this for many reasons, whether maybe somebody in the home is not feeling well, or they just are choosing to stay home and shelter in place for a little while longer. For whatever reason, we're happy to deliver that food to their home. We continue to do our hot grab and go meal. That's 7 days a week. It is the meal that we've done for over 30 years, but we are continuing it in a grab and go style. That's from 4 to 5:30 at our kitchen location at 1903 North 2nd Street. And at that same location, 7 days a week, you can go and get a lunch meat sandwich and a vegetable and fruit in that lunch, along with a snack and beverage. So I know those are a lot of programs, and you can call our office, and you can also go on our website. But we try to cover as much as we can to meet the needs of the community.
And Monica, could you provide, I know you listed the street addresses or just the numbers. Can you provide the street names that both of those locations? I know there was the Hot Kitchen and then also the distribution center, the 3805, I believe was the number.
Yes. So at the kitchen, I'll just be honest, it's, commonly known as the place next to La Fonda Restaurant. It's right on the corner of 2nd and 2nd, and people are really familiar with that location. But we're also at 3805 East Huntington, and that's where they'd come for the large family food boxes 5 days a week. And that's just off Fanning Street.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And just to clarify, Monica, are there any eligibility requirements for any of those programs?
No, good question, Dylan. There are not. So if somebody's in line or coming through any of these programs, there are really no questions asked. Through our family food box distribution, we just ask how many are in the family and their name. If they choose to get the TFAP box, which is known as kind of a government issue box, then we do ask for more data. But all the programs, even at the schools, the elementary schools, we just need to know a name and how many are in the family, just so we can get a grasp on how many people are getting served in the Flagstaff community.
Great, thanks, Monica. And I know, Monica, you mentioned some of the programs available through the schools, but Tanya, do you want to describe a little bit more in detail about exactly what's available to school children?
I would love to. So right now we have 7 brick and mortar locations, which would be our actual schools, as well as 4 mobile locations where we have school buses that go out to different bus stops. They'll wait there for half an hour. People can come, grab the meal, and then leave, and then they'll go to another stop. And what we do is we actually provide breakfast and lunch. We actually provide enough meals for 7 days a week in a 5-day period. So for instance, on Friday, we will give out enough meals for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's really great to be able to feed our kids because, we're lunch ladies. That's what we do. That's what we love. As a matter of fact, I've already gotten a text message from my manager who is at Loop Elementary School, so excited that they are going to be participating with the Flagstaff Family Food Center on tomorrow. And they're like, we're going to be tomorrow. We're so excited. And so it really works well for us to be able to partner with our community to make sure our kids get fed. So when they come to us, you'll get a sack from us. And in that sack, it will have a breakfast and a lunch. And so you'll have a breakfast item, a fruit, also a dairy. You'll have lunch, and lunch varies a lot. We try to make sure that we're keeping it interesting. So for instance, I think not too long ago, we did a barbecue chicken that we had going on. We've also done things like a gyro. Taco salad is still a favorite one for everyone. And so we just like to make sure that we vary it up a little bit with what the kids are getting. And then we hand you the sack. And as long as you have children 18 years or younger, or who are enrolled, like say, for instance, if your child was 19, but they're still a Flagstaff student, we're still good because they're still enrolled in our school. So that is actually our caveat for our programs. And then on Friday, we also started partnering with the St. Mary's Food Bank. And so we have been participating with their backpack program. So on Fridays, we've also been giving out the backpacks, which is non-perishable foods for families as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Tanya. And there's also a whole bunch of food pantries throughout Flagstaff that also have similar emergency food access programs. And a great place to go to find out all those locations is by going to the Coconino County's webpage and their list of COVID-19 related resources, and you can find a list there for more. And then I just wanted to mention too, there's also been some changes to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP, or food stamps that are available, of course, to Flagstaff residents and individuals outside of Flagstaff as well. And those benefits, there is no longer a work requirement for that. And then there's also, they have waived the interview requirements for those to attain those benefits as well, just to make that a little bit easier. And then if you do have SNAP benefits, I did want to make one plug at the Flagstaff Farmers Market. You can use those SNAP benefits to buy double the amount of produce and veggies that you would normally through their Double Up Food Bucks program. And that's still available, even though the Farmers Market has moved to an online order and pickup program. But you'll just go to their website like you would normally order. and then just choose the SNAP and EBT option when you check out. And it's another great resource to get a little bit extra fresh produce in your diet right now.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Dylan and Monica and Tanya, for that information. If folks are concerned or want more information regarding longer term food security, is there any information or any resources, Dylan, that you can provide them with?
Yeah, I would encourage you to check out our sustainability program page, which you can go to flagstaff.az.gov/sustainable. And we have a number of ideas and behaviors that you might consider to promote some longer term food security for you and your family. And that includes things like considering growing your own food. It's not necessarily an easy thing to do if you're doing it for the first time, but we do have resources to help you out. For example, the county's Cooperative Extension Office does do workshops regularly that we have available that can help you get started. They also have a seed lending library in which you can obtain free seeds for growing if you need them. We found them really helpful lately, just given that seeds are in really high demand as everybody's planting gardens right now. So that might be a really great resource if you simply just can't find any. And then you can also consider potentially growing chickens in your backyard as one example. Not everybody has the space to do so. Obviously, there are some needs there. But if you do have the space in your backyard to locate a chicken coop, and you can raise a few chickens to provide some eggs for you and your family as a great source of sustenance. And then if you do lack space for growing food in your backyard, our community garden program is another really great program in which you can rent out a large plot of land to grow food in if you live in an apartment complex, for example. And they do have scholarships available right now, especially if you simply can't afford to rent one of those spaces.
And Dylan, with that, I wanted to ask the group, if folks are watching this and they don't find themselves in a place of food insecurity, but rather they have the ability to help, how can they do so? What opportunities, what type of assistance is actually helpful right now? And then maybe I'll kick that off to, sorry, Monica, I'll kick that off to you first, Monica. Sorry, I left that pretty open-ended there. And
yeah, sure. Again, I just want to thank the FUSD and Tanya Williams for this has been a wonderful collaboration to best serve the families in Flagstaff in need. But if people want to support these efforts, we hope to continue these programs, this mobile pantry, as long as it's needed. They can visit our website and donate to help support the cost of these efforts. And that's at hotfood.org. They can also call our office.
And are there any programs where restaurants or commercial food facilities can donate if they have excess food?
We have, currently our trucks leave between 7 and 8 every morning to pick up grocery recovery from all the local stores as well as restaurants. So if any restaurants would like to look into that, they're welcome to call our office as well. And we can set that up so that we can get them on the route to recover the food so it doesn't go to waste.
That's terrific. Thank you. And Tanya, is there anything that local community members could do to assist with the FUSD efforts?
You know, we have our staffing, we have our plan, we have our procedure. And so I would just encourage people, if they really want to help, just to do what Monica said, because in terms of the Flagstaff Unified School District Food Service, we're doing fine.
It's great to hear. And Dylan, is there anything that you wanted to add, or any other direction you'd like to provide folks?
No, I think that's it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. I think that this was so informative and so helpful. And if you have questions, folks who are watching, the contact information for these individuals will be provided, or for their programs rather, in the post, the content that will go along with this post. So please refer to that. And thank you again for participating, guys.
Thank you so much.